between the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his 4th season in the NFL.
The first playoff win, and he and the team hope that bodes well.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6 on the move to his left.
You gotta love it, baby.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine into what it was.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
Go play action with Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And that will be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football. Jackson now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League.
But not a single playoff victory in his entire tenure.
They'll run on first down with a...
It made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So let's take a look here at this.
It shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the side. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly.
Should they decide to do so. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Colin Saunders. What a play by him.
You see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 6. 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
Trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because and there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And getting this just shy of her. He gets this into the hand.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
Throwing again at Stafford. And able to... They got him in. Now Stafford.
He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 3rd down, here's Dalvin.
This stage of the game,
3-yard line. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
how many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your Jackson to throw.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2-point taken to play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew.